Now, it's not a Modern Warfare 2 update, or frankly, any COD update, if we don't have stealth changes to talk about. Today, we're going to take a look at and break down a handful of these changes that you may have missed and that weren't communicated via the patch notes for you. We've got a handful of smaller and larger scale items, so as we go along, drop your thoughts down below on what you think about Modern Warfare 2's Haunting update so far. Enjoying it? Not so much. What do you think of these stealth changes? Is there anything that you guys wish would have been communicated in the patch notes? Whatever the case, drop your thoughts down below. But if you enjoyed the video, you find it at all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on it, and if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing to stay up to date with all things Modern Warfare 2, more so Modern Warfare 3 here upcoming as we gear up for launch coming up rather quickly. I'd love to have you in the community. And finally, check out my friends over at Gamer Advantage. They just released their new Slave frames with a natural 15% discount on that, but with code Espresso, that'll stack to give you an additional 10% off, so 25% off total, which is actually the highest discount we've seen all of 2023, if I'm not mistaken. So if you want to check that out, link in the description below. But for now, let's take a look at Modern Warfare 2's stealth changes as a part of the Haunting update. So firstly, a disclaimer here, by the time this video goes live, there may or may not be a few more things that were caught in the sort of stealth changes department. But I'm making this video shortly after the update went out because today and all throughout the upcoming weekend, I'm heads down, solely focused on my wedding for this weekend. So we'll have content every single day as normal, but as a heads up, that was crafted about a week ago. So we normally talk about stealth changes like 2 or 3 days after the update to do more meticulous digging, but I didn't have as much time this time around, and for the content upcoming, probably won't be getting to as many comments as normal since I'm clocking out almost entirely for the first time in a long while. So hope that's cool with you guys, but anyways, let's jump into the changes here itself. The first change is one that I think is pretty cool, and it's one of those things that like you kind of think of it being exclusive for so long, you don't think about that exclusivity window actually running out, but the operator Oni, the PlayStation exclusive for the past year since Modern Warfare 2 had launched, his operator can now be seen on PlayStation as normal, but also Xbox and PC, showing up as one of the new CoreTac operators. Now, it seems like at the moment, skin styles seem to be bugged out where not everybody has the availability to choose any one of those base, or I think like what, 6 combat packs that we've seen introduce a new skin as the year went along. Not everybody has that customization option just yet, but that's probably because I think this went live a little early, because Oni is an exclusive operator for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 until October 27th, so in just a little over a week's time now at this point. Now what's cool is that because this is going to be transferring over now, those that did have it on PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5, you can actually now use this kind of stuff on any platform. It is cross-compatible. Whereas previously, even if you had it on PlayStation, you could truly like go into a private match with yourself or whatever and drop those guns, pick up the blueprints, and it would just be like a base, let's say M4 instead of the blueprint itself. The operator skin would show up as a milsim on PC or Xbox, even if you're playing against somebody on PlayStation with the Oni operator skin equipped. So it was weird because like that stuff was truly never in the game files for Xbox or PC. But now they're going to have that availability to not only use it, but also see it in game too. So that's interesting and a cool little addition here that was not communicated. Going along with the sort of small details for operators, Task Force 141 in the operator selection menu in Modern Warfare 2, up until this update actually, if you were to go across Ghost, Soap, Farah, or Price, again, any one of those 141 members that were part of the Vault Edition, they would previously have the Vault Edition icon from the red team available there that showcased who that operator was. Now they just have those base default skins that you'd see as, say, what you got from the raid or any other base variation that you got throughout this past year. It's no longer that front and center red team 141 pack from the Vault Edition. And speaking of the Vault Edition, as weird as it sounds, the MW2 Vault Edition was actually delisted. So if you for whatever reason wanted that FJX Cinder weapon vault, you wanted the operator pack for those 141 operators, well, you can't go and upgrade your game anymore. Not that I think it'd be worth it anyway, but if somebody wanted to do that, the option is now no longer there. So that's something to consider as well. Additionally, the pre-order bonus for the Vault Edition content of the M4 Soul Harvester, that was introduced here now with this update, where it's a sort of zombified or battered M4. The overall blueprint's interesting. Not a huge fan of the red dot, but the rest of it, totally fine with. I think it looks cool. Love the tracer rounds. I wish it was a larger magazine than just 30 rounds, but I mean, it is what it is, but that was something added in. And if you did actually end up getting that, there's a weird additional bonus here for this that is still kind of capped because there's a cap in game, but it rewards bonus souls for killing agents and monsters for the Haunting event. Of course, you can end up getting those souls souls to bank and then purchase things out of the event with those souls. So it is something that gives that extra bonus and leg up. But again, you're still basically capped with the same amounts for every MP, Warzone, and DMZ match. How much of a bonus that is, I guess it's subjective. And speaking of blueprints, there was one thing that was very curiously introduced here with the daily login rewards. Of course, with the most recent update, we have now 10 days of login rewards that last 20 days total. So you got to log in 10 unique times over the course of almost 3 weeks to end up getting them. By day 10, though, you end up earning a weapon blueprint for the Bryson 800 called the Nightmare Sweats, where it's like a sniper shotgun type of deal. But the initial preview showcases a little bit of what the design is like. It's that sort of green and purple Halloween theme, very vibrant and bright. But if you were to turn the weapon around, it's interesting because the side that is not on the character's view model, unless you end up doing an inspect or a full reload, there's a sticker that ends up saying Captain Price's Revenge, Tuesday, October 31st at 8 p.m. in Al Mazrah City as a special event, it's dubbed. So there's been nothing communicated about this just yet, whether or not that actually amounts to something in game, like an actual event, or if it's just some sort of small little funny Easter egg. We don't know, but it's definitely something that I'm going to keep my eye out for. I mean, in about 2 weeks' time, we'll have the answer here if this is something that we should be aware of. But yeah, weird for sure. But outside of that, talking haunting event items, there is now actually bonus content for Diablo 4 available through Call of Duty. So we, of course, have seen a couple of different crossover events happen in Call of Duty the last couple of years. We now see the first, like, sort of inter-publisher crossover, save for Crash Bandicoot. But, like, as an actual operator, we have Lilith from Diablo. And now it's going the other way as well, where you can scan the QR code in-game to access the Butcher's Meat Hook that will eventually go to Diablo 4 once you link all your accounts up. So that's something pretty cool as well. The first time we're seeing Call of Duty reciprocate those sort of crossover benefits, but if that's interesting to you, you can check that out. And beyond that, we saw the Champion's Quest contract was bugged initially and then changed accordingly, where initially it was active for everyone on accident in all the night modes. That was quickly corrected, and then it's actually no longer available in the night modes. So if you want to go for the Champion's Quest nuke in Al Mazrah, you have to end up doing that in the daytime variations here of it. So you can't do it in every single playlist, but only specific ones. And finally, as of recently, there was also a Monster Energy / Code Bowl animated calling card that was added for free for everybody as well. So that's something that, again, was just a nice little bonus here at that. But that is the stealth changes we've seen with Season 6, I guess you can call it Reloaded, the haunting event now with this, and the update that came along with it. So let me know your thoughts down below. How you feeling about the update? How you feeling about the event? Personally, I really like the event itself. I'm just a little bummed that we didn't see any new, like, genuine content-wise when it comes to standard content. No weapons, no maps, no recent camo event challenges like the grinds per se. We don't have raids that we can work with anymore. Absolutely no new DMZ content outside the Halloween adjustments from the event. So it's a weird update for sure, but also, like, with Modern Warfare 3 on the horizon, I care that, like, there hasn't been any updates for regular content, but also I don't, because, like, I'm not gonna play Modern Warfare 2 a whole ton from now until Modern Warfare 3. Just being totally blunt. So, like, I guess it is what it is, but that is what we're going to call it. Before we wrap everything up, though, make sure you check out my friends over at Gamer Advantage. They just released their new Slave Frames, where, again, you get a 15% off discount at base. Code Espresso can give you another 10%, bringing that to 25% total. The best discount that they've offered since 2023 began, if I'm not mistaken. So if you guys want to check out everything that has on offer, if you guys want to pick one up for yourself, Code Espresso can give you that 25% off. Link in the description below. But that said, that's what we're going to call it. So let me know your thoughts down below, what you think of the update, what you think of these stealth changes. Whatever the case, drop your thoughts. But if you enjoyed the video, you found it at all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing to stay up there with all things Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, more importantly, and all things FPS related. We got you covered. Love to have you in the community, but for now, thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you later. Take care and peace.